Alright guys, it's Shalon with the Paradox Gaming Network, and today I am giving you the cram session on the 4.5 patch notes. Lots of things to talk about today. You can hit pause just so you can see what's going to be coming up. I'm not going to read this slide to you, and I'm not going to read this slide to you either. Big thing before we get started, there is so much going on in 4.5, and we only have 17 days till the patch drops. Make sure you check out Omnom. Mark is back from a little hiatus. He has totally translated the 4.5 skill changes, and previously he had translated the patch notes to the T3 Luna Gems, just the overall overview. I'm not going to duplicate the effort, so go here, read the stuff he has, because he has a lot more than I have. I'm just going to pick and choose out the highlights of the stuff I think you need to know. So part one, this is going to be all the changes. This is not the new stuff. This is how things get tweaked or modified. So skill changes. Lots and lots and lots of skill changes. There's too many to list. If you're familiar with Archeage 101, I have done an entire video series on all these changes. Mark has his translations done. So both links are in the description below. There are no official patch notes yet. We are 17 days out. We don't have the official finalized patch notes. So this is really the best you're going to get to start your theory crafting today. Big thing, huge thing, guild number change. Guilds are having their max numbers reduced. 50 will be the new cap at max guild level. It starts with 30 at level 1. You get plus 5 per level. So at level 5, you have 50 people, and that is it. Now, what's going to happen with sieges? We don't know. I've asked. I don't have that question answered yet. What's going to happen with your guild if you're like Paradox and you have 96 people? You're fine. You'll have 96 people. But here's where the problem comes in. Until you get to 49 people, you can't invite anybody new. So you're going to either have to accept the fact that you're static and locked, or you're going to have to, call the herd. Crime and infamy points. This is a huge change. And from the Twitch last Friday, there is a large segment of the population that is not happy about it. All I'm going to say is that theft is now 5 points. You steal it, you leave footprints, it's 5 points. You hit somebody who's purple, it's 5 points. These are both up from 1 point. Murder is now 50 points. If you murder somebody, you're going to get 50, you're going to get 5 for the assault, that's 55 points. Now, crime cleaners, I don't know if they're going to start working. I will tell you that they do not work on the current 4.0 build. I also want to remind people that although there are infamy reduction quests in Austera, Rookborn, Sandeep, and Marianople, you can get a significant part of your infamy reduced every day for free now. I call it significant now because it's the old rules. You're not going to be getting as much taken away. Well, you're going to get the same amount taken away, but you're going to be getting more. But remember, if you murder somebody, you're now wanted because it's going to give you 50. And once you have 50, you're wanted. Big change. Regrading changes. As you can see, big changes across the board. This is headed through Dungeon, Crafted, and Obsidian, and Boss. And then I have the 4 and the 4.5. So currently, you only have a 67% chance to go from Arcane to Heroic on a dungeon piece. Now it's 100%, and then it's 100% for Heroic to Unique. 94% Unique to Celestial. So those are pretty good odds. If you throw a charm on that, that's gonna be a guarantee. The crafted gear the same way. 100, 100, 70. If you throw a charm on that, that's gonna be 100%. If you throw a charm on Celestial to Divine, that's going to be like 90%, so that's pretty good. People are going to get into Divine crafted gear pretty quick. Obsidian and Boss gear, not a huge change. Significant, but nowhere near that almost 100% results. So keep this in mind. Also, keep in mind, damaged crystallized gear, don't have the patch notes, don't know what it's going to officially be called. Normal line gear, that is your illustrious, magnificent, Ethereum, da-da-da. Can be regraded at Celestial and above without fear of breaking. The drawback is if it fails, it becomes damaged or crystallized, which means it can be used, sold, traded, or fed to Aranor gear. It cannot be upgraded or regraded again. So if you're going to YOLO something big, you might end up with like, you got a divine Ionad that you're going to feed to an Aranor anyway. YOLO it. It might end up, epic or legendary, give you more XP. If it goes legendary, you can always YOLO it again. You might end up with, a mythic or an eternal weapon. It might be better than the Aranor you're trying to make in the first place. So it doesn't hurt you at all to YOLO those weapons. If I find anything different or contrary about that, I will release a addendum and I'll put notes in the description. Crafting changes. Big changes. Obsidian line. There is no more T1, T2, or T4 obsidian gear. You will now make an illustrious piece, which will satisfy your T1 piece. You will make a magnificent piece, which will satisfy your T2 piece. From magnificent to obsidian, T3, that will be the normal crafting. And then you'll just go from T3 to T5. Haven't really seen this, not quite sure all the details. I can tell you that if you're on a live server right now and you have a T4 item, you'll be able to upgrade them at a bench in Mirage. I'll tell you that obsidian to obsidian regrades hold their grade. So if it's T3 epic and you go to T5, it's going to hold the epic. It does not hold the grade from magnificent to obsidian. So you could have a mythic magnificent piece. And when you make it T3 obsidian, it's going to be rare, I believe. It is not going to be mythic. So don't try to go full ham when it's magnificent thinking, oh, well, obsidian holds its grade. It only holds its grade if it's going obsidian to obsidian. Dream Ring and Ionad Earring quests. If you've already have the permanent item, you keep it. If you've started the quest line, you will continue that line. If you haven't started, you will obtain the monthly temporary item. With that all said, if you can finish your item before the patch, finish your item. Nothing is ever as disheartening as getting, screwed on the patch date because at the last minute something changed. Finish your item. Finish it. If you can finish it, finish it. Conflict changes and player nation cooldowns. Conflict now lasts 10 minutes instead of 30. Good change in my opinion. That 30-minute conflict, it was just there. It was just in the way. Let's get to war. Let's get to the fun stuff. In player nations, you cannot rejoin a player nation for 10 days after you leave one. Now, it says rejoin the player nation you left. I think you can transfer from one player nation to another with the lower cooldown time. But if you leave a player nation, you're locked out of it for 10 days. All right, guys, and that is all the changes. I mean, not even all the changes. That's all the changes I picked that I thought you wanted to hit. I think a lot of those are going to inspire talking points. And like I say, jump in my Discord, PM me on Discord, join me on my Twitch show. We can talk about all those changes, and we will be. Now let's talk about the new stuff in 4.5. The Dragon Mount. Yes, it's possible to get a Dragon Mount. I know it will require a Red Dragon kill. I do not have first-hand confirmation or information. I haven't seen it. So honestly, this is one of those things I'm going to send you directly to Mark at Omnom. He has detailed it out, and he does a much better job at the Korean translation. So go hit Mark's site for the Dragon Mount information. The Shadow Revolt. I have been looking into this ever since I started my quest to learn some Korean. When a world boss is killed in a zone, a new event occurs. So I say in a zone, like technically the Kraken is a world boss, but the Kraken doesn't spawn a Shadow Revolt. So when a world boss is killed in a mainland zone, it's gonna start a event. That event is that new mobs will spawn and they drop items for new cargo packs. And they drop gold treasure chests, and these chests will require a gold key. Big thing, the new keys, the new key crafting recipes, they require the lower key. So silver keys require copper keys. Gold requires silver keys. So guys, copper and silver is going to go up in price. If you like to speculate and play the market, silver, copper, going to get more expensive. This is good for people trying to raise their exploration proficiency because now you can just grind on copper keys because you're going to have a stockpile of them for when you make your silver keys. The crafting commissioning system, I don't know why this hasn't existed since day one. This is a great system. I know a lot of people are scared of handing over like 50,000 gold worth of stuff to a crafter, even a crafter in their own guild. I get people a lot of times, I can craft most items in game, and they're like, well, can I get collateral? No, I don't have 50,000 gold in collateral sitting here right now. Well, now it's a way that you can get your item made with no risk, and it's also a good way for people with high proficiencies to make money doing crafting work. I'm going to be doing a video after this goes live and after I've had a chance to play with it, but just realize this system exists, and I think that this system should have been in the game from the very start. Tier 2 and Tier 3 gems. Again, for the charts and stuff, visit Omnom. I'm not going to duplicate Mark's work. We don't have a lot of time before 4.5 and fresh start, so he's done a great job of putting all the charts and the gems and how much their percentage is. I will tell you that the T2 gem recipe, that has dropped from 50 charcoal to 40 and from 10 Anya ingots to 8. I can tell you the recipe for the T3 Luna gem is the T2 gem, 50 superior lunarite of the specific variety of the type you're making. So if the T2 took pink, this is pink. If it took red, brown, yellow, green, blue, whatever, you're going to need 50 of those. You're going to need 30 sturdy ingots. And so realize that's 90 charcoal per, plus all those metals, and all those metals that are now also being used in other places. So miners, people who need to make money mining, that's going to be your place to go. You're going to want to do that. And then it's going to take 14 copper. So copper, silver, archeum, gold, all those metals are going to have a new market again. My sources, like I said, big credit to Mark. Thank you, Mark, for all the work you do. I want to send people to Omnom. Get your source stuff, first-hand information. The other links, they're all going to be in the description below. What's up next? I'm going to be doing that Naval Arenas video because Naval Arenas have changed and they're way more fun now. Absolutely way more entertaining. Here's all the ways to get in touch with me. I am Jalon, #8446 on Discord. There is a link to my Discord channel. I do this live on Fridays on Twitch. Or I am going to be doing some weeknight shows as we go into the 4.5 season. Since these videos are going to get published on different days, make sure you check my schedule so you can see when I'm going to be doing this at night. And then, as always, special thanks to my sponsors, Jonathan Bentley and Jwert. They make it possible for me to give away Apex during my Twitch show and through YouTube videos. And that's it, guys. Lots of stuff this video, lots of places I sent you to go do some more research, and a lot more cram session videos coming out this week. Take care, guys. Hey, you. Yes, you. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Hit that subscribe button. Watch a couple of more videos. Go check out our website.